Are you wondering, will I ever find love again? I'm Rosetta. Pick a card, 1, 2, or 3, and let's do a detailed tarot reading for you with your guidance from Spirit to answer the question, will you ever find love again? Let's go. Timestamp for the card you chose will be in the description below. Welcome, Group 1. All right, let's focus on the question, will you ever find love again? And as I lay out the cards, if it doesn't sound like your situation, then please take a look at the reading for Group 2 or Group 3. Remember, this is a group tarot reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And it's always my intention that you will receive a message somewhere within this video, but sometimes that message comes in a different reading or with a different card group than the one you chose. All right, so the question is, will I ever find love again? Will you ever find love again? And normally the tarot is going to give us some background to the story so that you know if you're in the right place. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so first of all, the card you chose is the Chariot, which means that you will be moving forward into a new period of life where you will find love. We see that at least one relationship in the past did not work out the way that you wanted it to. We see that there was a lot of heartbreak involved. We've got the heartbreak card right under your card. So we also see that this is a lingering situation where it has been difficult for you to move on. There are aspects to what happened, to this heartbreak, that tend to stay with you. And Spirit is wanting you to know that, yes, you do have a love in your future, which is going to be a long-lasting love. So whatever kind of love you have wanted most, that is in your future, whether it's a lifelong relationship with one person or however you conceive your perfect love situation to be. But before that happens, there needs to be a letting go of the previous relationship. All right, so that's a pretty clear-cut message. Let me see if there's anything else Spirit wants to tell you, but it's just to feel safe in knowing that the ultimate relationship, you know, what you have wanted it to be, exactly what you have wanted it to be is coming your way, but what has to happen first is for you to truly let go and make peace with your relationship that passed, or perhaps a string of relationships that have not ended up the way you wanted them to. Okay, what else does Spirit have to say to you here? Yeah, you're not realizing how strong you really are. And Spirit also wants you to know, number one, your biggest task now, if you want to shorten the time period between now and when you meet this person, is to become strong within yourself, to become actually independent and resilient within yourself, to where you're no longer longing for the other person. So this is that classic situation that when you no longer are concerned about finding a relationship, that's when the relationship is just going to fall into your lap. And the other caution here is, as long as you're anxious about when will I find him, where will I find him, will I ever find him, maybe I'll never find anybody, that is when you tend to meet these scoundrels, these people who will take advantage of you and take advantage of the situation. So these two cards go in hand. As soon as you find your own strength and independence, as soon as you no longer care about finding the partner, that's when the partner presents him or herself. And that's when you no longer have to worry about, oh, you know, what are the red flags? Or someone appears to be very nice at the start and turns out to be completely opposite. All right, so Chariot, your card, move forward. All right, did this reading speak to you? If it did, please give it a like and leave me a quick comment. And for extra blessings, please subscribe and click the notification bell. I'm sending you love and blessings, and I hope to see you in my next video. All right, welcome group 2. As I shuffle the cards, just want to mention that this is a group tarot reading, so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. When I draw the first group of cards for you, that's going to describe your situation. If the situation I describe does not sound like you, please check out the reading for group 1 or group 3. So that is because these readings are programmed so that there will be a clear message for you. But because it's a group reading, sometimes that message shows up in a different card group than the one you initially chose. All right, let's see what we have for you. Will you ever find love again? That's the second time that the Seven of Swords has turned up in this reading. So we're looking at a bunch of, so far in this reading, we're looking at a bunch of disreputable kind of scoundrels who pretend to be one way and end up being totally the other way than they had appeared. All right, so here we have you looking out, which is what Spirit wants you to do. The card you chose was the Hermit. Spirit is saying that this situation is not going to turn out the way you want it to until you stop hiding within and start looking outside yourself for what is available. And this is not that you're looking for who is available. You're just looking at, what do I love in life? What are the adventures I want to go on? What are the things that I want to do? And in the pursuit of all of those things is where you are going to meet your person. All right, so here we've got 2 queens coming up in the same reading. We have 1 king over here. We'll get to him in a minute. But here you are in your ideal situation as the Queen of Pentacles, that you are completely satisfied in everything that you are doing. You feel completely at peace. You feel completely grounded in your life. You have everything, including the relationship that you want to have. And then we see beneath the situation kind of what is impeding you from getting there. So what we're seeing in this reading is that you have put up with this sort of person through likely more than one relationship. So there's been more than one relationship that has really disappointed you, where the person has really ended up being exactly the opposite of what the person represented him or herself to be. And so that's left you in a place where you're feeling kind of bitter. You're making it, in a sense, difficult for the right person to meet you, just because of the bitterness and the disappointment. Just because every time now that you meet someone, you are thinking, oh, I bet he really isn't like this. I bet I'm going to find out that he's not the kind of person he's saying that he is. So you have a lot of doubts as you're meeting people. So this is the main card here in your reading, that you just start observing. And especially start observing all of the people with good relationships that you know. It's kind of like you have to start telling yourself a different story than the story you've been telling yourself. Now, this story you've been telling yourself is accurate. You did live it. It was in your experience, but this is not the only kind of experience that there is with relationships. So every time you notice someone in your group of colleagues, your group of friends, new people you meet through looking out for new experiences, new ways to volunteer, new groups to participate in, new interests to pursue, you're going to be on the lookout, please. Spirit wants you to notice the good. Make a list. Keep a little list of all of the great couples that you meet, all of the people of whatever gender you're looking for, all of the men or all of the women who are really great partners. because you have to create some evidence for yourself that this is possible before you have it. Now, let's go to the King of Cups, because this is the future partner. This is the past partner. This is the future partner. So I want to, and future partner, King of Cups, emotionally available, having a lot to give to you. This is not someone who's taking. This is a person who is giving more than taking. All right? So let's pull a couple more cards on that just to let you know what you could expect. And of course, the answer to the question is yes, you will find love again, but Spirit has already told you some things that you can do to prepare to be able to find that love, or to let that love find you. All right, anything else, Spirit, regarding this situation? Yeah, Spirit wants you to be in balance. Yes, you know that bad things can happen. Spirit doesn't want you to throw your own judgment out of the window. You know, it's okay to be careful. It's okay to look for red flags and warning signs, but just know that both situations are equally available to you. Yes, there are bad relationships, but equally available to you are to meet good people who would be excellent partners for you. Then we've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this is saying to me right now that if you have a specific type of person who you think is your type, be open to the fact that the ideal partner for you might come in a package that you don't necessarily expect. All right, so don't feel like every single thing on your list has to be ticked off, and the person has to look like this and be this age and be this height and have this or that kind of a job, because this person is going to turn up in your life in a way that you don't expect, a package that you don't expect, and will make you very fulfilled and happy, will be the ideal partner for you at the end of the day. All right, did this reading speak to you? If it did, please give it a like, leave me a quick comment. I will always respond to you. And for extra blessings, please hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm sending you love and blessings, and see you in my next video. All right, welcome group 3. As I'm shuffling the cards, I just want to mention, in case your first time on my reading, that in one of my readings, that this is a group tarot reading. That means take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Likely not everything I say will apply. It's not the same as a one-to-one tarot reading with me, but I program these readings so that there will be a message for you in this video. So as I lay out the cards and describe the situation for group 3, if it does not resonate with your life experience, then please check out the reading within this video for group 1 or group 2. Okay, so the question is, will you ever find love again? Let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay, now the card you chose is the Sun card. So that's very, very positive, just in itself. That was the card you chose. All right, what is the difficulty here with Two of Swords? Let's see what's going on with that card. Okay, and then what's going on with the Fool in reverse here? Okay, and Five of Cups is your overall feeling coming into the reading. So let's say a thing about this. So Spirit wants to give you everything. This is the Sun. This is the ultimate happiness in every aspect of life. But there's something going on with you in your mind, in your emotions, that is making you feel like things never work out for me. Why don't things ever, ever, ever work out for me the way I want them to? All right, so if this is resonating with you as your overall feeling, and maybe you have always had a pessimistic feeling, or maybe just events in your life have caused you to start to feel this way. So this reading is going to talk about how to get out of this mindset, because we see it following you forward, group 3. So we see you kind of going through life with blindfolds on, kind of trying to steel yourself against additional harm or additional betrayal or additional sadness. And when I see this card, a lot of times the way I like to talk about it is, she could just set down one of the swords and take off the blindfold, and then she'd really be able to see what's going on, and she still has one sword to defend herself. So there are ways to stay safe, but to not continue under this prevailing thought of things will never work out right. As soon as you take this blindfold off, then you get to see the beautiful sun, and you get to know what can be ahead for you. And that's also borne out by the Fool in reverse. So it's kind of feeling like you don't think it's safe to take chances anymore. Covered by the Hierophant, you feel like, wow, I just have to follow all of the rules. Anytime I try to do something interesting or fun, somehow I get knocked in the head for it. Somehow I have to pay. It's like you feel that there's this continual punishment anytime you try something new or try something that is hopeful. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here. We're going to pull some extra cards, of course. But we can follow down from the Two of Swords to see what are the fruits of this. So if this continues, if you continue to steep in this feeling of things never work out for me, then we see that all the magic in your life is put on hold. The love that you have coming to you, that Spirit wants to give to you, you miss out on. So everything gets delayed. Everything just gets, so it's kind of like death card here, death to all the happiness that already belongs to you. That Spirit says it's your birthright to be happy. You were born to be happy. Lots of things get in the way of that in the course of a lifetime. Lots of really disastrous events can happen. But Spirit wants you to know that you were meant for joy and happiness. So what can we do about this? So the answer is yes. Not only can you find love again, you're supposed to have the ideal love that you want to have. So it's your past experiences and what you have made them mean that is holding this up for you, and maybe is causing you to repeat these unhappy relationships over and over again. It's kind of like you're stuck on this track and you don't know quite why you can't get off of the track. But the thing is, sometimes we have to start believing that something's possible even before we see the evidence that it's possible. So please take this reading as evidence of what Spirit wants to give you, all right? And that it does belong to you already. And then the key message here is take off the blindfold, set down one sword, look around you, and see the beauty that's really out there. Okay, St. John's wort, too, the plant that's depicted on this sun card, is also saying that in case you need a little help in getting over what you're going through right now, if you're going through a deep depression, if you're going through anxiety, if you're going through some other difficulties, it is really recommended here that there can be herbal remedies that can help your mood. There are all kinds of different things that you can check in with your doctor about for a temporary help in removing this blindfold, setting down one of your swords, and still being safe and being able to see a different reality for the short term until you don't need that help anymore. All right, what else do we have? Yeah, just reiterating, Spirit knows the heartbreak you have been through. Spirit is saying that, we're not just saying this. We're not just saying get over it. We're not just saying that it's that easy. So they're acknowledging what you've been through, but they're also saying, but we have so much for you, and we can't give it to you until you're ready to receive it. What else do we have? Okay, Six of Pentacles again. Here is Spirit trying to give you many, many, many gifts. So just once again, reinforcing that if you do get some of the help you need, if you need help in overcoming or in healing some of the parts of you that have been hurt, once you start breaking through, once you start untying the knots that have led you to this situation, then it's going to be possible for Spirit or God or your guardian angels or your ancestors, or however you want to perceive of the spirit world or believe in the spirit world, they then are going to be able to come in to help you to receive that love relationship that they want to give you, that they've always wanted to give you. So please just take this reading as a sign that they're speaking to you. And in case you have given up, take those first steps toward healing in whatever way makes sense to your individual situation of what you've been through. Because yes, love is there for you. Spirit wants to turn this Two of Cups right side up. Spirit wants to turn this Magician card right side up, so that you know exactly what to do moving forward, that you feel empowered, that you feel at peace and happy, like you can make things happen, and that you can meet that love of your life. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. Did this reading speak to you? Please give it a like, leave me a quick comment, and for extra blessings, please hit subscribe, click the notification bell. As always, I'm sending you love and blessings, and I hope to see you in my next video.